As far as we know, there's only one post office in the United States of America where you can buy your postage, mail your letters, get free samples of fresh squeezed juice, and pick up an orange and vanilla ice cream cone on your way out the door. And it's right here in Lee County, Florida. Welcome to Sun Harvest Citrus, a citrus packing house and gift fruit shipper in business off 6 Mile Cypress Parkway in South Fort Myers since 1990. The company has been growing citrus in the Vero Beach area since 1940, but decided 24 years ago that Fort Myers would be a better place to sell to the public than the East Coast. Since that time, the family-run organization has added gourmet foods, candies, gifts, and even Florida-grown fruit wines to the retail operation. The post office was added about 4 years ago. In 1998, the company was chosen by the Florida Department of Agriculture to help develop guidelines for small to medium-sized fresh juice producers that ensure fresh squeezed products are safe and disease-free. In 2004, the company began using a color vision fruit processor to sort and size the citrus at its Fort Myers plant, which now has the capability of producing 1,100 pieces of fruit per minute.
We probably produce 250,000 gallons of juice a year, and that's just through our retail store. That doesn't count what we produce for our commercial routes. Everybody always asks, how much juice do you sample back in the dispensers in the back, and sometimes they're surprised, sometimes they're not, to learn that we do close to 15,000 gallons a year get sampled out of the dispensers in the back. We do have close to 1 million visitors that come through our doors every year. Now, those aren't all unique visitors. Some of them are repeat, obviously. Well, since our inception, when we were out here at the corner of 6 Mile Cypress in the middle of nowhere, in fact, people thought we were crazy, maybe thought we weren't going to make it, because who could sell that much citrus on that little corner out in the middle of nowhere? But even back then, every visitor, or most of the visitors coming to the beaches of Sanibel or Fort Myers Beach drove right by Sun Harvest on their way to the beach. And that business over the years has just grown to where, many of our customers tell us they're the first stop whenever they come in, they're the last stop when they come out. And what's kind of neat now is we're seeing the people now that are bringing their kids in who tell us they were here when their parents brought them in as kids. So we're seeing, now second generations customers that are bringing their kids in, and that's really kind of neat. As the winner of a Chrysalis Award, I would like to thank a few people. First of all, I'd like to thank my wife, Sandy, who works behind the scenes and doesn't take a lot of credit, but has been our guiding force since the very beginning. Obviously, our employees who actually come in contact with the customers on a daily basis, and our dedicated managers. And I'd like to especially thank our Director of Operations, Jim Deans, who has worked side by side with me for the past 20 years and has been very instrumental in the success of Sun Harvest Citrus. Obviously, I would love to thank the community for all their support and backing over these 24 years in business, and probably the most important person to thank is probably Granddad Etzel, because if he hadn't planted those first citrus groves 70 years ago, none of this would probably be possible.